Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have our first ever patch notes for Season 1. I just saw this right now as they posted it in the Discord, but essentially I'm going to be going over it just as much as you guys probably are. So any new information we see, we're practically going to see it together right now. If you guys want to see it yourselves, it's up on the website right now. If you go to the news section up at the top, and you should be able to see a post where they reveal the patch notes. But other than that, let's get started. So I'm just going to kind of skim through this, not really read everything. I'm just more interested in the adjustments and the nerfs, buffs, whatever they did. So let's get into this. So here are the adjustments. So this is what I wanted to get into. So for Vanguard, so they did say that Cap, Venom, and like a few, I think those were the only two really, those were the two main tanks that were going to be giving some like high adjustments regarding their mobility or something like that. So let's see this. So Captain America, Steve will receive some enhanced survivability, allowing more frequent entering and exiting. So movement related, I guess. Reduce the delay time for the shield's restoration after releasing Living Legend from 3 to 2. Hold on, let me see. What is that ability? Okay, that's his raising shield ability. I kind of get confused with all his ability names. So yeah, that kind of makes sense because like if you're Doctor Strange and you want to poke and then defend, poke and then raise your shield again, it's like he can do that almost instantly versus Cap. It's kind of like you raise your shield and then it's like you can't really raise it again. There was like this 3-second delay that it's talking about. So now it's been reduced to 2 seconds. I don't know how much of an impact this will make, but it's like that little 1 second effect may be, a drastic change. Liberty Rush cooldown. I'm pretty sure this is like his bash ability where he moves forward and then just bashes you. Hold on, let me just make sure. Yeah, that's the one. Increased base health. Okay, so just 25 extra. I'm not sure if this includes the season bonus that he has, but it's a nice. Reduce the energy cost for releasing Freedom Charge, his ultimate, from 3400 to 3100. Reduce the additional health provided per second to self after releasing it. Okay, so he's going to be getting the ultimate much quicker, like, because your ultimate, it's obviously based off how you charge it. It's based off the damage you deal or any damage you block. So like for every instance of damage you deal, it's like, you're getting somewhere like, I don't know, 20 damage will give you 20 points or so. And it's like, you block 100 damage, that's probably like, converted half. So like 50 points you're getting towards this. It's like, it's kind of a weird, like algorithm behind it, but it's like, this essentially means that you'll be getting it faster. Okay, moving along to Doctor Strange. So we'll be reducing the threat range and increasing the defense window for the Sorcerer Supreme. So added damage fall off to Maelstrom of Madness and Gamma Maelstrom. So his little dark magic dispel and his team up utility with Hulk, like that version as well. Starting at 5 meters and reducing it to 70% at 8 meters. Okay, so if you wanna like, use its full effect, you're gonna have to like really get up there close. Versus, farther away, it's only gonna be dealing 70% of its damage. It kind of makes sense. I'm okay with this actually, because there are some times where, you're at full charge with Gamma Maelstrom, and it's like it's already dealing more damage, and it's like you just press your E whenever, and then it's just like almost half health, a backliner or something, or just straight up kills them. So I'm actually okay with this. And slightly decrease the shield value recovery rate after releasing Shield of Seraphim. So this is probably like when you put away the shield, it's like it's in the background recharging its HP, so gonna take a bit longer to recharge fully now versus before. So, I mean, I guess that's okay. Given what I said earlier about how he could just instantly bring up a shield versus how Cap does it, it's like, I guess this is good. This is a good, like, little tiny nerf. I still think he's OP. He's still gonna be like one of the top tanks you pick or ban. But other than that, this is a nice little nerf. Thor, one of my mains. Thor could use some of his slightly increased survivability and improve the success rate to his ultimate. So increasing his base health from 500 to 520. So yeah, so this is after the season bonus because he would start with 600 instead of 500. So I'm guessing he's not keeping that season bonus. And then added immunity to crowd control effects during God of Thunder. Now this is what he really needed. This is like you don't know how much of an impact this is gonna do to him. Cause like the health, like this is fine. Cause Thor was not really ever in a bad place. Like he was he was always like a good self-sustaining tank. He like, you know, he's pretty much like top of the A tier. He's not bad enough for B tier, but he's not there for S tier. And it was just because of this little thing right here. Just this little change right here could change people's minds about him. Just the immunity alone to crowd control effects, because anytime you just instantly use his ult and they would hear, you know, you screaming, you know, behold the God of Thunder, it's like a Mantis would simply look up at you and it's like, oh, I'm about to die. And it's like, nope, just, you know, sedated. Or a Hulk, if a Hulk on their team would look up at you instantly and just exile you. Who else? Like Luna Snow look up at you, freeze you. It's like all these little things just instantly shut down his ultimate. And it's like, yeah, to me it seems like he definitely needed this. Like this is gonna like, what are they gonna do now? It's like they're gonna look up at you and then it's like now they're looking straight at death. Granted, I think I'm not sure about this, but I think he still suffers like a movement penalty when he's using it. To me, I think that's kind of ridiculous. Hold on, let me. Okay, never mind. I just looked at the website for their abilities and like no, he does not suffer any movement penalty. So ignore that. Never mind that. But it still kind of feels like when you're up in the air, you kind of move slower. It could just be me, maybe. Could actually be a bug. But other than that, just like to wrap this up, like this little thing, just to give like my final thoughts on it, it's like adding CC immunity to ultimates or just practically like abilities. It's like if for those that are in the like, you know, MOBA world, like League, Dota or Smite, it's like, you know that, you know, this character's so good, but he just needs that one little oomph to really like, you know, set him free to be able to unleash his like, you know, potential. And it's like when you're adding CC immunity to like devastating abilities like this, like considering it's just like, you know, this is a hero shooter, so it's, you know, it's his ultimate. So he's really going to need something like this for him to shine. So, you know, I could just be overestimating this, but you're going to definitely see a lot more Thor. And that's like, who knows, maybe even shoot up to like S tier if by like mid-season 1. Okay, moving along. So next we have Hulk. Dr. Banner has been dominated, but has seen Dr. Banner has been dominant, but has some decreased sustained combat capabilities upon entering the battlefield. Bring him more in line with other vanguards. Some decreased sustained combat capability upon entering the battlefield would bring him more in line. Okay, so they're reducing the shield HP from when he does his little bubble, the green bubble. Okay. Because Because a lot of people thought that this little bubble was just like a duration based, kind of like Magneto's, but no, it actually had shield value. You know, you pretty much you jump in, like, you know, attack their back line, you know, pop your shield to block any like sort of CC effects or you know, little pokes that they may have. Um, but now it's just gonna expire quicker. So I don't think this is gonna do much. Like, you know, his like I said before, the part where he really shines is just like, you know, his team up and the fact that, you know, he's kind of like he kind of has like two characters inside of him, you know, Monster Hulk and then just like, you know, regular Hulk. I think they really need to nerf his Monster Hulk form because for those that don't know, like, he pretty much has like zero cooldowns in his Monster Hulk form. So he just pretty much keeps clapping, clapping, and doing like what I think it's like 120 damage per clap. So it's like his DPS is almost insane. So I guess this is like a minor change, but he really like they should have buffed his Monster Hulk damage, like the ultimate, because it's like you're pretty much just swinging around an enemy, and it kind of feels like you're doing something, but you're not. It's like more of a disruption tool than it is a damage. And then like buff that, and then nerf his like, you know, the duration, like, you know, increase the cooldown of his gamma clap, and then I guess his shield. I guess this is fine. But other than that, then that's a little change. I guess I guess they still want to see what he else, what like they want to see more stats for Hulk, I guess. Okay, and then Venom. Um, Pretty much like similar things with Hulk. You go in, you dive in, attack the back line, then you dive back out. So with increased survivability and the threat of his ultimate, the symbiote menace will strike fear into the back lines of enemy teams. So increase the symbiotic resilience bonus health ratio gained per lost health point from 1 to 1.2. So he's pretty much just going to be getting a bigger shield. Okay, so all right, so normally you get 100% of what you lost back to your HP plus 100 flat bonus health. So I think if you were like at 100 to 200 HP, you'd get like an 800. But then now I guess instead of the 100% of what you lost, you're now getting 120%. So you're pretty much like on your own, you're going to be getting like a 1000 HP shield, which is kind of insane. Like, I think he could have used help elsewhere besides this, because the shield effect was still kind of strong. But, I guess they kind of want to help him sustain more, make him more of a menace to the back lines. And then increase the base damage of Feast the Abyss. Yeah, his ultimate from 40 to 50. So the ultimate on its own, it would deal 50% of any enemy's current HP. It wouldn't do, it doesn't do maximum HP damage, it does current HP damage. So, and then plus a flat value of what is now 50. So technically, let's say a backliner like Iron Man. So he has 250 HP. Iron Man has that. So let's just say if Iron Man was on the ground, or maybe not even Iron Man, like Jeff the Shark, I'm pretty sure he has the lowest HP pool out of all the supports. So that times 0.5, so that's 50% of his current HP. This is considering that, let's just say that Venom were to dive the back line, he's at full HP, Jeff is. So you bite him, and then now he has that, and then minus an additional 50 now. So the ultimate alone would not be able to kill him. Because, like I said, if this is not dealing max HP damage, because if Jeff the Shark was like, you dive in, with your little frenzied arrival, you know, you swoop in and then you do it. Like I still think that it wouldn't be able to kill him because now you're dealing less of current HP damage. Because I don't know how much damage it does. Let me see. So it's like I'm not really sure about this little change right here. I don't think this was the problem because if you're increasing flat damage, it's because you want to kill the backliners easier. Because this ultimate on its own, it's like if you were to use this on a tank, you know, the tank is like somewhere anywhere from like 500 to 700 HP. And, you know, half of that, you're like, you know, you're obviously chunking a lot more and you know, you gain a shield based on the damage you deal. So it's like, it's kind of counterintuitive because it's like, you're meant to drive the backline, but the ultimate, it's meant to chunk tanks because it's like, you're doing 50% of someone's HP. So I don't know. I think this is like a little weird change because it's like, again, so going back, you know, you're doing that minus the 50 you're doing now. It's like, then maybe like, you know, I think Venom's auto attacks, like they deal a total of 80. So maybe like, you know, if you were to successfully land all the, like, you know, your 4 tentacles, it's like then you'd be able to kill him. But just even then, like the ultimate alone, plus another ultimate, like I said, the frenzied arrival, it's like they still wouldn't be able to kill most of your backliners. I don't know. This is a weird change. I like the bonus health thing. I think this is gonna be OP now, but like the ultimate, I still think they should change it from current HP to max HP because if you're one of your teammates were to be able to chunk at least 3 of the enemies to half their HP, and then like, you know, like, okay, I like, hey, it's me, Venom. I'm gonna swing in, dive. So now they even have less of half their HP, and then I'm gonna use my ultimate, and then it's like you jump up, you consume them all. It's like you've pretty much insta killed 3. Like that would be way more devastating than this little tiny change. Like I don't think this is gonna do much at all. Okay, Black Panther. We're slightly decreasing T'Challa's combat survivability. Reduce the additional health provided to self. Refreshing. Bringing more experience from 30. I think this is like his passive thing where it's like he gains shields based off how low his health is and how much damage he deals, I believe. No, okay, never mind. This is when you attack someone when you mark them. I don't know why I was thinking something else. It literally says marks right there. Okay, so when you mark them, it's like you're pretty much just gonna be getting less shields now for when you attack those people with the marks. I mean, I guess that's kind of fine, but I still think it's like he's still gonna be one of the top duelists. Black Widow. Oh boy, let's see what this is about. Okay, Natasha was in very much need of optimization when evaluating the release experience of her abilities, as well as a slightly increase to the threat of her ultimate ability. So increase the range of the first effect of Edge Dancer from a 3-meter radius to a 5-meter radius. I think this is her little knockback kick, if I'm not wrong. So I guess you'll be able to kick back enemies that are slightly, you know, farther away than what they usually are closer. Reduce the time required for Fleetfoot to recover from 0 stamina to full to 12. Okay, so if you were to like waste your whole stamina bar, it's like it's gonna recover in 4 seconds compared to the 12 seconds. This is gonna be a big buff, but I think this is not like, you know, this is not addressing the issue that, you know, Black Widow is having. So I mean, it's still good. Maybe like this could be like a ramp up effect because, like, you know, maybe next season's patch notes, it's like then they're gonna do something about her damage, which is like, you know, the elephant in the room. Reduce the time required from the electroplasma explosion, her ultimate, to reach maximum power from 1 to 1.6. Again, this is fine. You know, allows her to up her DPS a little bit. But again, the ultimate still sucks. It's like you're imagining that it's like she's shooting a rocket launcher, but it's like she's shooting pretty much a gelatin, and like, you know, enemies are just moving slow in it. It's like, no, you like buffer damage, like make her, you know, be able to, like, you know, one shot backliners with a headshot at least. It's like Hawkeye can do it, Hela can do it. It's like the premier sniper character in your game can't. I don't know. Okay, Hawkeye will be decreasing the medium long range damage capability, reducing the threatening combat radius, yada yada yada. So slightly reduce the spread angle between two blast arrows. Yeah, so for those that don't know, Hawkeye can shoot explosive arrows. It's like he shoots, he can either shoot the one, you know, just regular straight arrow, or you could switch it to blast arrows where he shoots like 3 little grenades. And it's like, so I guess they're pretty much making it more like a shotgun. But I'm pretty sure that everybody's just gonna still stick with just the straight arrow. Reduce the triggering distance of the passive ability Archer's Focus from 60 to 40 meters, reducing additional damage from the passive from 80 to 70. Okay, so this just pretty much means that you're gonna have to get closer to do your little additional damage, because, like, you know, you're holding down, you know, you pull the arrow back, and it's like you're aiming at nothing. Your little passive bar, it's like it's still at 0, but once you aim it at somebody, then you see the bonus damage effect, you know, charge up. So you're pretty much gonna have to really get a little bit closer for that bar to fill up. But they're also just nerfing the additional damage you get from it, so this is kind of good. This kind of like, you know, make sure that, you know, Hawkeye is more of a mid-range combat, you know, sniper, instead of just like, you know, hiding behind all the way at the back of the map and then just, like, you know, sniping, you know, your backliners. I'm kind of wondering if, like, does he still have his season bonus where he's like doing additional damage? I think it's like 15%. I'm not sure if like that's like counting this into effect here, but moving on. So Hela, the goddess of death, has been a menace and will be slightly decreasing her combat strength. So just a flat damage nerf, or excuse me, flat HP nerf. Yeah, this is not going to really do anything. It's like, if you were able to kill her before with this, like, I guess with 250 maybe it'll be slightly easier, but she's still more threatening than she is, like, you know, too tanky, if that makes sense. You know, her being able to two-shot you from like anywhere because her autos are like hit scans, it's like, that's just ridiculous, really. Magic needs an increase to her threat after unleashing her ultimate ability, so increasing the Umbrella incursion damage from Darkchild form from 115 to 15. So I'm not sure what that one is. I think that's like her little uppercut slice. Yeah, that's her uppercut. So her little uppercut that knocks you up, it's going to be dealing more damage now. This is nice. I think Magic is like in a niche okay spot. You know, she's like you know, tricky to hold down, sort of a backliner. I'm not sure what this change will do, but I guess it's nice. Moon Knight. The Hand of Khonshu will receive a slightly increased threat to his ultimate ability. Increase the number of talons generated by Hand of Khonshu from 10 to 14. Increase the explosion radius of each talon from 4 to 5 meters. Okay, so now more hands will be dropping down, because, like, you know, you see the portal and then you just see, like, you know, the hands drop down. I guess there's going to be more of them, and then now the explosion meter for every time they land and drop and explode will be, you know, slightly increased. So I guess like if you were standing in it before, you definitely don't want to stand in it now because it's like, you know, it just got new total damage. But other than that, it's like, I would have addressed his Ankh more than anything because like, even though it's easily counterable, I think that's more of the reason why people are picking him because he's just like he's sort of like just like a no aim duelist. It's like, you know, just throw your Ankh down, shoot at it, and then just wait till you get somebody. But who knows? Maybe I'm underestimating this little change, but this is good. Oh, Namor. So we're optimizing the throwing feel of Namor's eggs. Adjust the throwing feel of monster spawn and frozen spawn. Namor can now accurately throw them into the desired location. Okay, because it kind of felt like, yeah, I kind of see what this is saying. It's like every time you would throw down your little squid turret, it's like you kind of just like underhand it, you know. It wouldn't really feel like you're tossing it that far. You're kind of just like, oh, I want to throw it there at that corner of the map, or I want to throw it at this wall. So, you know, it's like sniping people from you know, from behind. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna throw it there, and then you throw it, and it's like, and it doesn't really attach to the wall. So, I guess this is a nice little quality of life change. Psylocke will be providing more options for other heroes to counter the Demon Slayer's ultimate. Now, Dance of the Butterfly, her ultimate will check for barriers, including Magneto's Magneto Bulwark and Grace. Will now check for barriers. I don't understand what this really means. Like, it's like. So, what this, like, how pretty much her ultimate works is that, so she does her ultimate, you know, it's a giant circle, and then she scans for enemies inside of it, and then each enemy inside of it will be dealt 2 hits. And so I guess it's going to do like a pre-scan to see if, like, you know, okay, she popped it, I'm going to pop my shield. Now I'm not going to prioritize those that have been shielded. Like, okay, you shielded yourself or you shielded an ally. I'm just going to ignore you and attack the unshielded people first, maybe. Like, I'm guessing that's what this means. And then, like, maybe after Magneto's shield is down, then I'll go after you. I think that's what it means. I could be wrong, but I wonder how this will work now. Okay, moving on. The Punisher, we're slightly increasing the damage of Frank's weapons. Slightly reduce the spread of deliverance and justification. So it's pretty much like less recoil, less spread. So his shotgun, I guess it's like that's going to be OP now, maybe. I don't know how much they're reducing it, but his regular AR, it's like, I guess that's fine for it. I'm more scared about the shotgun than I am his auto rifle. Okay, Scarlet Witch. We're increasing Wanda's combat strength when she's facing duelist or strategist. Increased chaos controls fixed damage from 50 seconds to 60 seconds. I think it means 50 per second to 60 per second. So, chaos control, is that her CC effect, I think? Oh no, that's just a regular auto attack, so similar thing, it does like it does a percentage damage plus a flat amount, so this is like a 10 flat damage buff. I think that's actually going to be pretty good for her. You're going to be melting down people. Oh, right, never mind, I guess. Reduce the percentage damage per second from 5 to 3%. Okay, so I guess they want to make her more of a duelist than like a tank melter. Increased Chthonian's burst projectile damage from 30 to 35. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, that's her second ranged attack. She throws the little red orbs that explode, so I guess that's nice. This kind of feels redundant. It's like, okay, you buff the flat damage, but you're decreasing the percentage damage. Like, this little change seems like a lot, but remember, this is damage per second, but her autos are dealing like tick amounts within a second, so I think it was like 0.5. She's dealing like 0.5 a tick. I don't know, my math is like failing me right now, but like she's pretty much dealing multiple instances of damage within 1 second. And so when going to 1 full second, it's like I think it's a 5% HP. I don't know. I hope that makes sense, but okay, just moving on. To Storm, the Weather Witch need an overall increase to her damage capability, while they're also optimizing the feel of her left click projectile and release experience of her ultimate. So increase the wind blade projectile speed from 150 meters per second to 150 and increasing the damage of it. Okay, so pretty much her autos are going to travel faster and deal a bit more damage. Bolt rush damage as well. I think this is like her electricity form. Okay, after releasing Omega Hurricane, her ultimate, the bonus health provided to herself will be increased from 350 to 450. Moreover, following its conclusion, the extra health will no longer vanish instantly, but instead diminish at a rate of 100 per second. Okay, I guess that's a nice little quality of life change because, you know, her ultimate, you would, you know, go to the back line, activate it, and then, you know, deal your massive damage. And then once it's over, it's like you no longer have the HP shield. You know, enemies turn on you and then just pretty much kill you. So now you're going to have the extra health with you, which is nice. Like, you won't die too instantly, but I kind of feel like she needed more than this, but a nice little minor adjustment. Squirrel Girl. Increasing the threat of Doreen and her furry friends in her ultimate. So, in addition of a new effect to Squirrel Tsunami, the squirrels will rush towards the nearest enemy after bouncing instead of bouncing randomly. Huh. Okay, so you throw it. You know, most people will easily dodge it because I think it, like, to me, it seems like the ultimate just travels way too slow. But then, like, let's say you dodge it and then, like, okay, it bounces. Now it's going to go after you instead of just bouncing randomly. So it's actually going to have tracking. It's going to be kind of weird. I don't know. Reduce the Squirrel Tsunami's health from 600 to 300. Yeah, because for those that didn't know, you could actually kill the ultimate before it even reaches you. But it would require a lot of teamwork to kill it. But most people just ignored it, really, because it's like, okay, we dodge it, and it's, okay, no longer a threat. Moving along with moving the vehicle, or, you know, engaging in battle. Because that thing just did nothing to us. But now I guess it's like, it's now more easily counterable, but now that it tracks you, like, it's gonna be kind of scary. I'd like to see this. I want to see how this will work out, actually. Winter Soldier will be adjusting Bucky by decreasing his long range combat strength and increasing his survivability in medium close range. So, increasing the bonus health provided by Hook and Tainted Voltage from 30 to 40. Okay, so he now gets more health after using his abilities. Increased Rochstern's projectile damage. I think this is the one that knocks down enemies from 70 to 75. Reduce the area damage from 70 to 65 and reduce the damage decay from 65 at 40 meters to 60%. I'm guessing it's still talking about this one. So it's just going to be dealing less damage the further it travels. Then they're increasing his base HP from 250 to 75. Nice little changes. Nothing too drastic, I guess. And then Wolverine. This ought to be good. Logan will receive an increase to his basic combat strength, but slightly increased to his additional survivability after activating Undying Animal. So he's now a bit tankier from 300 to 350. And reduce the damage reduction ratio provided by Undying Animal from 50 to 40%. Okay, so when you activate your little roar and you're taking less damage, it's like instead of having the damage you take, it's now going to be reducing it by 40% instead of 50. Okay. He's still going to be pretty much a menace to, like, you know, double tank metas. But other than that, it's like, I guess easier to kill, but not really, because now he has more HP. I don't know, weird little change, but whatever is good, I guess. Ty and Tandy will receive an increase to their healing capability as well as expansion to the coverage area to their ultimate. So reduce the Dagger Storm cooldown from 15 to 12, then increase the number of dashes in Eternal Bond from 3 to 4. So this is actually going to be pretty strong now. It was already pretty strong, but this is just going to be even stronger because a lot of people didn't know that you could stack the dashes. Because, like, you know, you dash once and it's like you're standing there and it's like, okay, you're healing a good amount, and then she dashes backwards, so she's pretty much layering the first dash. Now you're doubling that healing, and then you could dash through it again, and then just, you know, another layer on top. Now it's like triple the rate of the healing. And so they pretty much gave her a fourth layer where it's like you're pretty much going to be impossible to kill. But I guess now you could do, like, since now you could do 4, this is going to be interesting because most cloaking daggers that I've seen just kind of, like, you know, dash, and then dash again. And it's like you're kind of setting up like this path for your team to push on, to kind of, like, you know, push the objective, the vehicle. This will be interesting because then now you could just, like, okay, let's try to play it safe, dash twice forward and then dash twice back. So, you know, you can push forward and then also receive a good amount of healing. So this is like a really good change for them, I guess. Jeff the Landshark will be adjusting the range of his ultimate, so now better fits the warning marker. In addition, will also be increasing his healing capability. Adjust its Jeff, his ultimate range from 10-meter sphere to a 10-meter radius, plus a 5-meter high cylindrical spell shield. Okay, so this pretty much means that, you know, if you're trying to dodge his ult by, like, you know, jumping high, like, you know, vertically, he won't eat you anymore. It's like, because, you know, before he was able to, like, eat flying enemies somehow, but now it's like it's kind of capped at that 5 meters high. So that's like a pretty much good thing. Like, it was always just annoying. It's like you felt like, okay, he can't eat me up here, you know, it's a ground target, you know, warning. And it's just like you randomly just get eaten. Like, so this is a good little quality of life change. And then increase the healing of Joyful Splash from 40 per second to 50 per second. I think this is his, like, little bubble, like his little bubble HP things that he puts down. I could be wrong. Let me just double check to make sure. Oh, never mind. This is just his regular water beam that he does. So 150. Just so, yeah, this is a good little change, I guess. Like, good quality of life changes for Jeff. Now, Luna Snow. We've enjoyed dropping the base. We've made adjustments to Luna's ultimate to prevent players from abusing its healing capabilities. Increase the interval for switching between healing and damage in Fate of Both Worlds from 0.1 to 0.5. Yeah, because it almost felt like you were getting a seizure looking at that ultimate, because, like, you know, people were just able to switch between the damage and the healing mode just rapidly, and they would just go from like cyan green to like purple, and it's like you're pretty much getting an epilepsy at that point. So it's like now you're gonna have to choose more wisely, just like, you know, it's now gonna go healing and then 0.5 seconds and then damage. It's like instead of just back and forth instantly, pretty much. Again, nice little change, but it's like you're pretty much using this ultimate for its healing. A lot of people a lot of people aren't going the damage. Like like I said before, they were just switching rapidly in between, so you could get the dealing, so you'd get the increased damage and the healing. But it's like just the healing alone, it's like pretty much insane what you could do in that ultimate. And then Mantis. Mantis will be a little less fleet-footed, reducing the roaming support capability. So she's just pretty much gonna move less faster, because I think she has like the fastest ground movement speed out of all the characters, I think. So because of this passive, considering she has no movement abilities, but I guess they're just reducing that, like having it almost. Then Rocket. Rocket could use an enhancement in healing capabilities, so increasing the rate of repair mode from 60 per second to 70 per second. And I'm pretty sure that's the little orbs that he shoots out of his gun, I believe. Yes, that's correct. Okay. That pretty much wraps it up for every character's individual buffs and nerfs. Now the team up abilities. What have they done here? So starting off with Hawkeye and Black Widows. To further tone down Hawkeye's oppression, we'll be reducing this seasonal buff. Okay, so it's not just team up abilities. These are the seasonal buffs that I was talking about earlier. So Hawkeye will be pretty much dealing 15% more damage instead of the 20%. So again, maybe he'll still be able to one shot, but who knows? They nerfed his damage that we covered already, so yeah. Much like Hawkeye, Hela's overwhelming power will be receiving a slight reduction. So from 20% to 15%, yeah, we covered that. Increasing the threat of Namor's frozen spawn. So his little his turret that slows you and has more HP will be dealing slightly more damage. It will slow you down further, and when Namor throws his right click, his his empowered spear to focus you, he will now be dealing more damage as well. Okay. Rocket Raccoon, Punisher, and Winter Soldier, the little infinite ammo thingy. So they're going to be reducing the cooldown from it from 45 seconds to 40. Good, nice little change. I think this is one of the best team ups, just simply because of the infinite ammo that it gives both of them. And I'm pretty sure it also like increases the rate of fire, so I guess we'll be seeing this more often. Scarlet Witch and Magneto. A bit underwhelming. The damage capability of the father-daughter team-up will be enhanced, so metallic fusion projectile will be increased from 55 to 60, and the spell damage from 30 to 35. So this is pretty much his little, like the sword that Magneto summons. It's just going to be pretty much doing more damage overall. And then the Thor, Storm, and Captain America team-up. Reduce the cooldown of Charged Gale from 20 to 15, and they're going to be doing more damage. Or Storm is, at least, is just on Storm's side, from 50 to 55. Alright, that pretty much covers the whole list. I think I covered it pretty good. I think overall, I think the biggest changes, and the one we'll see the most of, it's definitely going to be Thor. Like I said, like this little change right here, like do not underestimate this at all. Hawkeye's little passive, I think this is going to impact him a lot as well. You know, he's definitely going to have to get closer to the fight now. that will, you know, allow some of your teammates to just be able to confront him more easily. I like Ultimate. I still kind of want to see how this will work now because, like I kind of just said, it's like I think it's just gonna, when she's attacking, I think she's gonna prioritize unshielded people first versus the shielded heroes. So I want to see this work out. And then lastly, Moon Knight's ultimate. It's like it's just gonna. I'm guessing it's gonna last longer because it's gonna be shooting more hands down. And then it's also gonna be the explosion radius is gonna do bigger damage or bigger radius. I mean, so yeah, this pretty much covers everything. We'll just have to wait and see till tomorrow for when the patch releases. So I hope that was informative. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you later.